Get my hand out the way. All right. What's going on, y'all? I'm sitting next to a pimp. No. My man, Lindsay. What'd you say you was?
Sweet daddy.
Sweet daddy. I thought he was bullshit. Well, there might be some youth watching this, so I'm gonna keep it clean. Troy Rawlings here. You know I'm at the FreshBookFestival, meeting some amazing people that are more than, every time I think, well, no author is just an author. This brother's an author, speaker, youth advocate, philanthropist. He is doing amazing things in the community. He is a proud vet, thank you, veteran, and an amazing consultant right here in Daytona. You here? You live?
Jacksonville.
You in Jacksonville?
Jacksonville.
So JAX, Jacksonville. Lindsay Hancock. Thank you, brother, for stepping in. And let me grab some of it. Lindsay got 18 books. But he got some of the baddest books. I was like, all your books are hardback? He said, that's just for display, you know? Money making. This brother got Adventure of London, Summer with My Grandparents. He got books for the youth. He got some romantic, deep novels based on, most of his stuff is based on true stories. I think all of it's based on true stories, some way, shape, or form. These two, as far as the young people books?
No, that was more fiction with us.
More fiction. But he got some deep stuff for adults only, when you can find out why they call him Sweet Dad. For the young people, Lindsay, talk to the people. Tell them a little bit about you. Say, Lindsay Hancock, Lenzy, right?
Yes, sir.
Hancock, Hancock, Lindsay Hancock on Instagram. Information to be below. Make sure you follow him. He's in Jacksonville. He also does special events in Jacksonville. Tell him. What do you want the people to know, Lindsay? Because this right here is a baby bookshelf. This brother is putting in. How you have this much time to do books when you coach it?
It's a team. It's a team effort.
Okay.
It's a team effort. I can't take all the credit, but
that's business.
I just got into writing. I only been doing writing for maybe 2 years. So I don't call myself a conventional writer. I'm one of the guys that kind of.
He got the raspy voice. He got to speak up.
I did the first book was about me, and then I kind of took off.
All right, which book is about you?
That one, Whispers of Wisdom. This was the first book. That was the
brother
first one.
on it.
Yeah.
No, this is not Method Man, ladies. This is Lindsay Hancock. Lord, his phone, Instagram gonna be blowing up.
That was the first book. That book was
Whispers of Wisdom, from Misunderstood to Beloved.
It tells most of my journey from childhood to how I started out. It wasn't the ragged riches, but we didn't have a lot. So just to get to where I'm at now.
And speak up.
My journey for coaching, military, family life, marriage life, all that stuff in between. So it tells a little bit of everything. It's a tell-all book. It's like they call it memoir, but it's tell a little bit of everything. Troubled childhood to all that. So that's what it was. But now everything else I write mainly have meaning, not stuff that I did. Stuff that I went through from not having a relationship with my dad until getting to know who he was, and wrote a book dedicated to him after years of the book there. The
other side of absence.
Yes, it's not a woman. It's not a book to bash women. It's a woman. It's a book just to get attention of people, to let them know what men go through when it's a divorce. Because men don't really have nobody to turn to. A lot of times they talking to each other if they do that, and then you talk to a man, you seem like you're weak. So that book really, it took me 32 years to get the courage to go speak to my dad, and that was the best thing I ever done. And we had a relationship for 7 years until he passed, and it was very hard for me when he died because I was just getting to know him in less than 32 years, and he only had 7 years that we had a relationship. It wasn't the best relationship, but it was a great relationship for me because I got some closure. So it speak on that, but it's not my story only. A lot of men, my brothers, my friends, they go through the same thing with their children, and I just want to bring that out and just start a first step project. People can understand you got to take the first step. It can be a young lady that want to take the first step to talk to her dad or mom. It can be a lot of my closest friends got they got issues with their children. So I want them to know that you can go make that step. I don't care if you're 32 like myself, you can be 16. So I'm more than just coaching. I'm turning my attention more to be more of an advocate for people that try to build that relationship back with their fathers and their mothers. mainly men, because they're the ones that really can't turn and talk to anybody.
And in turn, we go and don't talk because we've learned not to communicate properly. But it's fun, you mentioned that my pops passed away in 2010. And I was abandoned at 14, and I reconciled with my parents as I was getting older. But what's so funny is that I understand my father more now at almost 50 than I could have ever. I get it now.
Yeah.
Like he suffered from depression and all the great guy, but now I get it.
Yeah.
And that grace you find, man, it's good stuff.
And that's what I learned with my father is learning as I went through some of the same things he went through, that what happened, why he did do the things he did, why we go through that, why do men shut down? Because sometimes they got to shut down and kind of like keep them going crazy. So I understand it more than I ever, and I know there's men out there that's hurting, that don't want to make that step, and there's kids that don't understand why. So I want to kind of give people the understanding this is what we need to do, this is what we should do. Try, I don't care if you fail the first time, just keep going till you succeed.
Information below. Connect with Lenzy. Website is lenzyhancock.com.
Yes, sir.
lenzyhancock.com. Y'all ain't gonna forget him. Look at this motherfucker. Look at the doggone. If I could, I went to the bathroom, came back in. Lenzy standing up, 7 foot tall, with the powder blue. It's a problem. All right. A slew of books, but if you're in the Jacksonville area or anywhere in the United States, he is a speaker. And like I said, veteran, advocate for the youth, relationship talks, healing talks for children and their fathers. Thank you, Lenzy, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate it for having me.
Talk to you soon.